Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Azula from the Hummingbird Coven. Welcome to your Twinflame Tuesdays on a Wednesday. Because this still, even though I'm filming on a Tuesday, will probably still be posted or uploaded by tomorrow. Also, just because of my phone and it takes forever to upload these videos, but that's what I'm working with. Welcome to episode 5 of your Twinflame Tuesdays. Yeah, definitely big changes this week. Number 5, episode 5. Definitely some big changes coming through. Big changes have been happening as well. Major changes, as we already know from the last episode number 4. I believe it was #555. If not that, it was one of my other messages. I'll see if I can find that video that might be relevant. I'll post that down below. But yeah, definitely big changes, major changes. We're going through a completely new cycle. I just posted, if you haven't seen it already, I'll post the link down in the description below. But my weekly oracle guidance for the entire collective, everyone, how the energies are going to be playing a part in our life during the week, how the moon is going to be affecting us, and just kind of, I pulled some oracle cards to just receive that message and see what Spirit has to say about it. What are our lessons and then what is the blessing that we are receiving for next week. But yeah, definitely big changes. We're moving into a completely new cycle. 888, that was a number that came through for that reading. So I'll post that. Yeah. Anyway, so for this reading here, if you are new, basically what I do is I pull the energy for the Divine Feminine on this side. I pull the energy for the Divine Masculine on this side. So I guess I'll just jump into it. I have the Divine Feminine's overall energy at this moment. Also, my videos are timeless. If you are new, everyone who sees this video is meant to see it at the time that they receive it. So even if you're kind of looking back on this video from the future, this message will probably be relevant to you. Time is kind of irrelevant is a word that's coming through, but like time is cyclical. Time, like what really is time? Especially right now, it feels like we have all the time in the world. But yeah, so the Divine Feminine is in the energy of this bee. And I pulled these messages, but I am channeling them live on camera. So whatever message Spirit has for me, that is what kind of comes through. And it usually, how it works for me is through the imagery of the oracle pictures that I receive, and also the tarot that I have pulled. I'll receive a message. It'll kind of trigger a phrase or a word or image in my head, and then that's the message that kind of comes through. So this, with the Divine Feminine, yeah, she's in this bee energy. She's in this harmony energy. She's in the energy of, this is like Empress energy to me as well, with the bee, honey, sweetness, abundance coming in, Oshun energy, with the sun as well, like happiness, joy, creativity, playfulness, like following her passions, the things that she's creating honey with this 3 energy as well. It's making me think of like co-creating, right? Co-creating with Spirit. This card is number 32. So you have a 3 and a 2, but then that also equals up to a 5. So again, this is change. The Divine Feminine is making some changes in her life, maybe in the way that she works. It's giving me also I think this card also speaks of, if I'm not mistaken, the book, it's like busy as a bee, right? So however, it's how you work. You're working harmoniously with other people, as well as yourself. Again, you're co-creating with Spirit. You're also seeing all the blessings around you. I've definitely started to see the bees are starting to come out in my area. Definitely look outside if they've been coming out in your area. Like sweetness is coming, prosperity is coming, honey is coming. And yeah, I kind of feel like that is at least where she is in her headspace, maybe with this air energy. Like she's thinking about creating. She has all these maybe messages coming through. I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines have a lot of messages coming through, a lot of ideas maybe coming through on how she can create. Because I feel, again, she's very playful right now. Yeah. Okay, so that's the overall energy for the Divine Feminine. I feel like, yeah, again, they're in their headspace a lot at this time. Maybe they're changing the way certain things work in their mind, maybe how they think about certain things. And then what Spirit has to say about it, or their advice, is fledgling. It's like, yes, exactly. This is that innocent, playful energy as well. This is it's kind of like the Fool's energy, but also because it's card number 1, this is also the Magician's energy. It's you realize also that you now have all the tools. So now you're starting to focus your energy so that you can manifest. And it's about being gentle with yourself, because again, like, there are certain things that you are still learning as you continue to step into your power, step into your magic. It's gonna be a little bit overwhelming sometimes, and it might come out in a way that you don't expect, or you don't maybe want it to do. Again, we're learning how to kind of work with our own magic that we carry, and if you think about it, that in like any, like, what comes to my mind right now is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, as you start to control your element, like, sometimes you'll slip up, and sometimes you might end up possibly hurting something, or just making a slight wrong move. But it's about being gentle with yourself and forgiving yourself for maybe the mistakes that you've made. Again, you're not perfect. This is Spirit saying that you're allowed to have this new beginning. You're allowed to start fresh as this innocent being of light, as well, I'm seeing, because you guys are, especially in this divine collective, you are light workers who came here to create something for the good of the world. Like, I have chills as I'm saying this. But yeah, so embrace that new beginning, Divine Feminines. Allow yourself, forgive yourself for the mistakes that you've made. Like, be gentle with yourself, but I'm also seeing be gentle with others, and then now see how you can work more harmoniously in these spaces, but you're already doing that. Yeah, that is the Divine Feminine's energy. The Divine Masculine's energy, signs and visions. This Cloud card, I feel like the Divine Masculine is starting to pick up. This came through actually again in the weekly overall reading. The Cancer card came up for the Divine Masculines, which is like the Moon's energy, the Divine Feminine energy, essentially. The Divine Masculine is in a Divine Feminine energy, or his own Divine Feminine energy at this time, and it's kind of being more sensitive to the signs, going with the flow, allowing yourself to be in a space where you can, like, look up at the clouds. For some of you are literally just sitting outside looking out the clouds, seeing what images and pictures come through for you, and yeah, seeing what signs come to, like, what thoughts come to you, literally what visions come to you. For some of you, like, you're seeing it's giving you the clarity, and it's giving yourself the clarity and the space, or the space and the time to receive this clarity from Spirit in whatever way that means for you. For some, the card that came through was Drum for the Divine Masculines. This is many things well, first of all, it says dream and journey, so this is literally for some of you in your dream space. You might be receiving messages, receiving signs, confirmations. Again, I see this like time, day and night kind of energy. For some of you, the moon might be in the sky, like this in the sky when you're receiving this message. Also, the new moon is coming, so that's definitely a message that's coming through. Like, as we move towards the new moon as well, I feel like the divine is giving you all these little signs and symbols in the sky. Like, if you see this as yourself, if you're in the center, and this is just the images that's coming through in my head, but if you're in this space, in this meditative space, or in this sacred space that you've created for yourself, if you're in the center of that, like, Spirit is gonna start to give you these literal signs, like visions, words, text. Like, you're going to be seeing these things, hearing these things, feeling these emotions as well, within your relationships, also within your work. I'm also seeing, like, movement. I get, like, where you're moving, where you're going. Spirit is giving you all that, like, everything that you need. all the information that you need as well in this space, however this space kind of plays out for you. But yeah, it is really a very meditative space, like however you kind of enter the space for yourself. It might be listening to music as well for some of you. It's a message that's coming through. Like the music that you're listening to might have some literal messages in there for you. And this is music that like, well, for some of you it might be new music, but for some of you this is old music as well, like what you used to listen to, or what you used to. Again, that's for some of you. Take what resonates. Okay. I'm going to see what's going on in the head, heart, and environment space for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And then again, the message that spirit has for you within those spaces. So for the divine feminine in her head space, you have the Ace of Pentacles. And this is in regards to her divine masculine. So I feel like the divine feminine is like, yeah, there's an offer. Spirit is also giving us an offer. I feel like she knows that spirit is giving him an offer as well. Again, you have children in this picture, like this is a playfulness. This is again a seed that is going to grow into something that has a potential to fill on its own as well. And we're nurturing that space. And then in her heart space, she has the 10 of Cups. So this is, well, yeah. She knows that this is the divine love. She knows that this is her bliss. She knows that this is her complete fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. Again, this is for generations, right? This is to feed many people. This is to heal many people. She knows that this love is so great that it can overflow, and she's not depleted by that, and you are not depleted by that. It can now give to so many other people as well. Definitely seeing work with all chakras, or maybe she also is working with all her chakras, and healing all those spaces. And again, it's the completion. It's like we're finally moving into it. We're finally gonna now be able to start a new journey, like continue the journey. In her 3D space, Two of Swords. I feel like, yeah, for divine feminines, I mean, we're all kind of going through it. We're all healing, right? Spirit is saying, forgive yourself. I feel like the divine feminine is kind of battling herself in some ways, battling the dark and the light within her. Like maybe rethinking some things. Again, this message is coming through. It's like you're allowed to make mistakes. Yes, you have these two sides within you. Again, you have the masculine and feminine energy within you. You have light and shadow within you, but it's about respecting those spaces and not fighting them. They are both a part of you. They are what makes you whole, makes you complete. You are both of these two halves. You can't ignore them. You can't ignore your anger. You can't ignore your sadness. You can't just pretend that it's not there. You can't ignore maybe thoughts that you were having. Again, because like a lot of divine feminines have been trying to stay in their light, to be in their light. Again, because they know that these things are coming. They're trying to stay in that Empress energy. But at the same time, there's still things coming up for you, because Spirit is saying, like, for some of you, or at least in that time, like, it wasn't time for you to manifest yet. Again, we're at 1. The Empress is number 3, right? Spirit is saying, no, like, you need to go back to 1 for a second. You need to forgive yourself and open yourself up to the possibilities before you manifest, I feel like. Yeah. And then you have, like, because in traditional tarot, it's card number 1, and then it's card number 2, which is the High Priestess, which is like, okay, we've opened ourselves up to this new space, this new beginning. It's like, now, okay, take the time. You are the High Priestess. We already know the Divine Feminine is the High Priestess. It's like, listen to Spirit, listen to what Spirit is telling you, listen to the mysteries, the signs and visions that you also are receiving. Like, there's still more information coming through. There's still more coming in for you to take it, like to understand before you can manifest, before you can create something. Yeah. Okay, what does Spirit have to say about it? King of Wands. Yeah, Spirit's like, they're coming. They're coming. Your King of Wands is coming. Your man of action is coming. Right? The match to the Queen of Wands that we already know the Divine Feminine is. She's been showing up as the Queen of Wands in past readings. It's like your match is coming for you. This is also in the Minor Arcana, this is also the Emperor card for me, especially in this deck because it has that Aries energy. Like your Emperor is coming. Your man of action is coming, is what they're saying. Yeah. Okay, in their heart space, for your heart space, Spirit is saying the Star. Have hope, have faith that all of your blessings, all of your wishes, everything that you desire is literally going to be showered down on you. Have trust and have faith that your ancestors got you, your stars, right? Again, it's like, go back into that space. You now have to go into your High Priestess. It's like, go back to the one, open yourself up again, and then go into the High Priestess and have trust and have faith that, again, this information, this wisdom, this knowledge, it's also, Aquarius energy, right? It's like this, again, the higher wisdom, higher knowledge that ultimately leads you towards freedom. But you have to detach from the situation right now and allow, again, things to come into place, things to unfold. Yeah, see? In her 3D space is the Tower. Mars comes in, and and I think Mars right now, is Mars in Aries? Yeah. I think Mars is in Aries right now. I think the Sun is in Aries too. Like, things are heating up, things are starting to like gain momentum. And it's like, yeah, you still have things that you need to let go of, though. You still have things that you need to break down, though, these habits that you have of ignoring both sides of yourself. It's like, nope, that doesn't work. You have to find balance. You have to, this is also reminding me of temperance. You have to temper the waters. You have to balance it out. You can't just charge forward all the time. Yeah. You have to, yeah. There are still some things that you have to go through. There's still some things that you have to break down. And I feel like Divine Feminine knows this. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's get the Divine Masculine's energy in his headspace for the Divine Feminine, towards the Divine Feminine, 7 of Wands. Which is a little bit of defensiveness. I feel like there's a bit of taunting, I feel like, a little bit of teasing. In a sense, I feel like there's also a teaching element. With the teacher on the top of the deck there. But I feel like it's also like, again, you're both healing, right? You're both trying to fight off your demons, your shadows, the darker sides of yourself, and embrace this inner child. And this is about, again, card number 7, divine wisdom, divine knowledge coming through as well. I feel like for some Divine Feminines, again, some of these mistakes have affected your Divine Masculines, right? So I feel like for some of them, it's like, it's almost like they almost have to be on guard because some of it has been coming from you. Again, we know the Queen of Wands, well, Queen of Wands is like with or without you, Queen. And then also Queen of Swords, which is an energy that the Divine Feminine has been in, is this woman who speaks her truth and who's going to say exactly how she thinks about whatever situation, but sometimes she cuts with her words, right? Sometimes she's a little too harsh. Sometimes, again, she slips up, she makes a mistake, and her shadow speaks for her instead of her light, especially with that Swords energy, right? Yeah, so I feel like the divine masculines are a little bit on, like, they're standing up for their own light as well. They're standing up for their own inner child. Okay, in their heart space towards the divine feminine, 4 of Swords. This is healing. I feel like they're healing from it. I feel like they're trying to, like, guide you, lead you up this staircase. And then you also have card number 4. Again, this is the 4, we already know, 4 universal year. This is about stability. This is about balance. But yeah, 4 of Swords usually has to do with healing, creating a space to meditate and heal and let go of hurt and pain. And then their 3D space, 6 of Pentacles. So this is an equal give and take. This is harmony. This is like we're giving and receiving equally, I feel like, in the 3D, in the physical world, right? Okay, what does Spirit have to say about it? In your headspace is a Cups, yeah. It's like give love to the situation. I feel like give love to yourself as well, but I definitely feel like, especially because it's, again, towards his thoughts towards the divine feminine, Spirit is like give love. Show love, show compassion, show strength as well with this Bear card. Right? And this is exactly the energy the divine masculine is in anyways. The energy, again, that is supporting the divine masculine this week, this Cancer energy, right? This Moon's energy, this feminine energy. It's like listen to Spirit, listen to your feelings, listen to your heart space. It's like see and think and act feelingly. In divine masculine's heart space, the Empress. It's like you know she's your Empress. You know that she's your match. You know that she's the one that you are meant to create with. Again, that green energy. It's like continue to be in your heart space as well. I feel like also for divine masculines, be in your Empress energy. In a sense, it's like you can also manifest this love. And then in the divine masculines 3D space, I feel like, 10 of Wands. It's a burden. But it's also the end of this wow, why can't I say that word? Burdensome cycle. And this is like those dragons that we were also talking about last week in the weekly video. It's like we're slaying our dragons. Our dragons are being put to rest. Again, it's a 10 of Wands, 10, completion, an end of a cycle. I feel like this is finally, like the burdens that you've been feeling maybe in this space, in your environmental space, are going to be lifted. I'm going to clarify that though. And then I will show you also the bottom of the decks for all the cards pulled. Of course. I'm just going to put you over here. Okay. Okay, so let's see what this 10 of Wands is about. And I think I'll also clarify the Tower for the divine feminines. Let's see what this 10 of Wands is about for Spirit's message to the divine masculine in his environment towards his feminine. What is this 10 of Wands about? What is this 10 of Wands? 2 of Wands, which is like you're at a crossroads. You're moving forward with initiative and courage into this new world. You have that 2, like this is about your... I'm just going to leave it there. This is about your relationships. Let me another one. Okay. Thank you. Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like if you... Okay. So it's saying with this burden, have the initiative and courage to kind of come forward with your truth, right? Knight of Swords, come forward with your truth as the King of Pentacles. as a king of your environmental space. And then the Queen of Pentacles is that Empress energy in the minor arcana. So I feel like this is also a message, like with this Empress card that came through in the Divine Masculine's heart space. It's like you can also manifest this, but you have to put your intention into it, and you have to work with the elements around you, again, to come forward with your truth, so that you can also move forward from this crossroads. You can move on from this 10 of Wands, this cycle, this burdensome cycle that you may feel that you have been in. Bottom of the deck is a 7 of Swords energy, which is deceptive energy, sneaky energy, also strategic energy though. So however that kind of resonates for you, but it's 7. It's like, make sure that it's divine wisdom, divine understanding coming through. Make sure you're not carrying the 5 of Swords, like 7 of Swords, really what it would be is divine wisdom coming through, but this person is only carrying 5, and the 5 of Swords is like this conflict, this like I win, you lose kind of situation, right? You're holding 3 in one hand, you're holding 2 in the other, so something is uneven, something is unbalanced. So it's like, allow Spirit to also guide you in how to move forward, how to strategize your way forward and whatever it is for you. Just make sure that you're not being deceptive. You're not doing some sneaky shit. Knight of Wands, it's like, come forward in action as the Emperor, see? As the Emperor. So that you don't have this conflict, 5 of Wands. Again, another 5 card. So you had that 5 of Swords that I was talking about, and then that 5 of Wands. So don't make it a conflict. Don't be sneaky about it. Just come forward with your truth to help it move forward. What is this Tower about for the Divine Feminines? What is this Tower about? Six of Pentacles. Okay. Yep. In the same space. Ten of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Okay, interesting. 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I feel like this is... Yeah, I feel like this Tower is coming down on all of these spaces. I feel like these are all of these spaces, I feel like, are spaces that you have worked on. This 6 of Pentacles, like this equal give and take. These are things that you have tried, like you have wanted in your life to come into your life. At least these 2 things. And then we get to the 3 of Cups, which is about like celebration. Like you want to feel happy as well in these spaces. You want to celebrate them. You want to, I feel like you've been in that space of celebration. But then 7 of Cups, there was some confusion, again, when you were in your Queen of Cups energy, but also this is like in your spiritual energy, in your receptive energy as well. There may have been some confusion about which cup to take, right? Which cup to choose from. But with this 8 of Wands, I feel like it was communicated. But then you have strength underneath that as well. Which is, again, this like, be gentle, right? Be gentle with yourself. With that Sun's energy, the strength, this is like Leo. This is a lion, so this is Leo's energy, which is that Sun's energy, which is about your inner child. Again, nurturing your inner child, being gentle with yourself. It's also being gentle, like, again, this is also this, like, because this is also the Divine Feminine learning how to have strength over her own inner demons and over her own shadows. And again, you have the Star card. It's like, have faith, have trust that you will have, wow, this stable contract. You will have this marriage. You don't want this like party. This is more like party kind of situation. Like people coming together. Like it is a positive energy, but this can also speak of like third party situations. And this can be like in many different ways. It doesn't have to be like your person is cheating on you or something, but it could just be a certain amount of energy is also being given to something else. It could be a somebody else. It could be a something else. It could be like a different thought space as well. But but something that draws your emotions, your feelings towards it in some way. Yeah, because you have like these two people together here, but then you have this third person that's also kind of in the bushes. It's like kind of, it's like a hidden something else. Again, take it however it resonates for you. And I feel like maybe that's why it caused some confusion for some of you. So you went into this Queen of Cups energy to kind of be like, okay, what is this? But this is also the High Priestess energy for me. In the Minor Arcana, the Queen of Cups. So again, it's like going from that 1 to that 2. Now, receive that wisdom, receive your inner guidance, so that you have that Ace of Cups that this Divine Masculine is trying to offer you. Receive that blessing for yourself, so that you also have it to give. Messages, information is coming through that will also give you strength and hope, and remind you that this is a marriage. This is like 11-11 energy, but this is card number 4, again, for stability. And then you have the 5, but this is also the Hierophant, which is about this divine contract. It's like, don't miss your blessing with the 4 of Cups. Spirit is trying to, again, hand you this Ace of Cups. Divine Masculine, Spirit is giving the Ace of Cups to the Divine Masculine to hand you. Make sure that you don't miss it. Make sure that you're not, again, in this 3 of Cups energy. You have the 3 of Cups. Oh, my battery's dying. I hope that this was still filming 31 as I said that, so hopefully. But yeah, this 3 of Cups energy, right? That in the 4 of Cups, it's like you're bored with this energy now. You're bored with this third party situation, or whatever the case scenario may be. But it's like, don't miss your blessing. This big love is coming to you. This offer of love, see? Knight of Cups is someone coming forward with an offer of love. And the cycle, wow. I could keep going. Oh my goodness. And the world turns, the cycle completes. You have your 2 of Cups because you also manifested it, or maybe they manifested it, because the Divine Masculine right now is in an Empress energy. And also he kind of has that as well in his bottom of the deck. So I'll show you those now. Let me clean up the table just a little bit. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if that message resonated for you. I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck energies, and we will close out, because that message was real clear. Okay. So for the Divine Feminine and Masculine overall energy, the bottom of the deck is Fire for the Divine Feminine energy. Again, this is this passionate energy. This is this wanting to also make a change, wanting to move forward for some of you. Also, if you're fire signs, maybe check out the fire signs message that I had. Or also if you just have strong fire sign placements in somewhere in your chart, that message might be relevant for you. There might be something in there for you. That was in April predictions. I'll see if I can post that down in the link below as well. But yeah, you have this fire energy, this passion, this drive to move forward, to take action. But again, it's like, remember, go back to 1. Go back to ground zero for a second, so that we can give you the 2, right? This is 20, but reduces to 2 also, so that we can give you this Ace of Cups. What? I cannot make this up. I literally just saw that right now. Sorry, I'm turning up my brightness. So that we can give you this love. I don't know what to say about that. But go into your meditative space. That's a card underneath. To receive also your divine wisdom, divine guidance. Again, that High Priestess energy that you need to be in, that Queen of Cups energy. Go back into your heart space as well, right? There's a lot of light by her heart space. Wow. Okay. Underneath that is listen. Like, I could keep going. And underneath that as well is the swan. It's like, again, these dark and this light energy that you're balancing out, but it's like you're stepping, because you've also acknowledged it, you can now fly, like it's part of you. I feel like this is a progression of the same bird, to be very honest with you. It's once you go into your emotional space. Card number 16, I think. Yes, 16. So card number 7 as well. Again, receiving that higher wisdom, that higher knowledge. And then divine masculine, spirit contact, sage. So for some of you, sage, maybe cleanse your space however you can. It doesn't have to be specifically sage, but some smoke cleansing maybe that you can do for yourself might be helpful in your meditative space, in that dream space, that drum energy that came through for you. Spirit contact. And then you also have awakening dreams. Oh my goodness. Snow, awakening dreams, and it was snowing today where I am. It was snowing lightly, and it snowed last night a little bit too. Awakening dreams. Messages are coming through. Spirit is contacting you right now, giving you these signs and visions. And then you have cattail to help you spread seeds so that you can grow. Healing and balance is under that. Love and healing is under that. Rose. Like, I can't. Anyways, okay. Ooh. Yeah, I tried to pick it up and I just flung it, so I'm going to leave it there. And then divine masculine, under that, you have high priest, which is it's just, in this deck is the match to the high priestess. So I feel like divine masculine is also in his king of cups energy. But with intend and create, this is also my emperor energy. All right. You also have this Falcon's energy, which is like this higher wisdom, higher knowledge energy. Also, Falcon came up as the bottom of the deck in the weekly reading as well. So take a look of that if you have not already. But intend and create. It's like that. The message that you receive from your dream space are going to help you, or your meditative space, or however it is that you kind of get into that other world, like subconscious, unconscious space in your mind. Those messages that come through are going to help you create with your perfect divine partner, Empress, High Priestess, Divine Twin Flame. Then you have Hold the Space, Druid. Again, it's like allow yourself to create that space for you to heal, for you to receive that divine wisdom, divine guidance. And then under that you have Release the Old and Rest, Autumn. And then under that you have, which is really funny, you have Water Guardian, Connect with Your Emotions, which came out in the weekly reading as well. And I remember saying in that specifically that I thought that this message was for the divine masculines, again, because they've been in this, or the Cancer energy, Cancer's energy is supporting them this week. And then you also have Surround Yourself with Protective Energy, the Arrow. Again, there's going to be forces that are going to try to take away your happiness, so just make sure that you're protecting yourself in whatever way that means for you, whether that's crystals, whether that's intention, yeah. And what else? The bottom of the deck for the divine masculine and feminine in their head, heart, and 3D space is the moon. I feel like the energy of the moon this week, as it goes through its phases, is going to be extremely supportive to you if you know how to work with them, as well as this new moon that we're getting ready for is going to be extremely important for you as well. But this message also, the moon card has to do with there are some things that are uncertain right now. There are some things that are unclear right now, but it's asking you to have faith in divine, have faith in your intuition, in this feeling and this love that you have for each other. Have faith in that. This is card number 18. So card number 9, it's like right now, it's kind of like the Hermit's energy. You have to go on your own spiritual journey, your own spiritual path right now. So like to find your identity, self-esteem, but also again, remember who you are, who this also relationship is, because you know that you came here to fulfill this relationship or fulfill whatever you're meant to create within this relationship. So it's like trust, have faith, look at the moon maybe. For some of you, howl at the moon if it feels right for you. And then you have the Queen of Cups under that again, right? You do have the Devil's energy under that as well. So again, I feel like there was something, maybe the Queen of Cups in her spiritual space may have received a message. But then there's also this kind of like, again, I feel like she's transforming as well, and she's kind of healing her dark side. But I'm also seeing, because this, what's interesting about the Devil card, it is the shadow aspect to the Lover's card in the traditional tarot. It's like the balance of it. Like, we're also drawn to our desires also to this, because this card is in this deck is more positive. It has to do with, like, again, our desires, the things that we're drawn to. Like, we're drawn to each other, this desire that we have for each other as well. And that's also a message that's coming through. But yeah, I feel like the Divine Feminine's also, maybe again, that energy was unbalanced, so they may have slipped too far into their shadow self, and maybe that's also why things are uncertain at this time. But also, everything happens for divine timing and with divine reason. Like, everything happens for a reason. And then underneath that, you have the Chariot, but this is also this is Oya in this deck, which is this, again, hurricane energy, as you see in the back here. But this is about movement forward. Like, we're moving forward finally in a balanced place of truth, like of head and of heart, what we feel, right? And then under that, you have the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. And I'll stop there. But this is, like, these are your wishes, what you're wishing for, which is this reunion with your love. And the Ace of Wands, this is like this action, this passion, this desire, this spark. Like, you want the spark back in the relationship, I feel like, as well, for some of you. And it's like, it's coming. And especially as we move into the energy of the new moon, like, 100%, that is coming. And for the bottom of the deck, I'll just pull the 2 cards that come for the Spirit's message for the Divine Masculine Feminine, Ace of Swords and 8 of Cups. This information is coming through. This divine wisdom, divine knowledge is coming through to both of you to help you move forward away from this 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is right after the 7 of Cups, right? All that confusion you've kind of seen, you understand. You're like, yeah, but to be honest, none of these suit me. Another offer came forward, like another something came forward, and still it maybe doesn't suit me. Like, I just want my 2 of Cups. I just want my love. I just want my twin flame. And so now you're walking away from all these also material. It speaks of material things, like these outside world things that don't fulfill you. And you're, again, moving towards the 2 of Cups, towards your wishes. But I'm sorry, I'm going to pull another one just because it's here. I feel like there's things are stuck right now. Things are at a standstill right now. I feel like things are kind of being stubborn right now with this, what is this, a bulldog? That's just like sitting. It's like kind of like a not moving energy. I feel like there may be some procrastination as well. And you have the Queen of Wands, and sorry, I said I was going to stop and then I kept going, but it's just because the cards are here and Spirit has messages for us, so I'm pulling them. You have the Queen of Wands, which is, again, that this energy that I was talking about, which Spirit was like, that's great that you're in that energy and that you're loving yourself and that you're, like, being passionate, playful, and whatever. But it was like, wait, but go back to Hermit's energy. And it's through, remember I said that Hermit's energy, right? It's like you have to go back into Hermit's mode to, like, reevaluate some things, especially with this moon's energy. Like, come back to your natural state as well, so that you can remember who you are and move in the right direction as things are unclear right now. Again, I feel like the moon is gonna be supporting you, because, again, you have the 7 of Cups. It's like you need to figure out exactly what you want with that 8 of Cups energy, right? Which is the 10 of Cups, which is under that. Okay, I'll try. Yeah, I'm going to stop. And then you have the 10 of Cups under that. So it's like, it is coming. Your fulfillment is coming. And I know you already feel it in your heart space. So you're like, yeah, I just want to take action towards it because I know it's right there. But it's like, wait, be patient. Take a second. Like, allow things to unfold. Again, have faith, have trust in divine. That divine is going to bring you all the blessings that you are desiring, all that you want and need. Yeah, so that is your message for the week. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope that that supports you on your journey in this twin flame connection. I know it can be a wild ride, to say the least. But honor it and cherish it, and continue to give your love into it. Give your love to yourself again. Continue to forgive yourself, and continue to allow yourself to explore. Like, allow each day to be a new day. Just see what happens, especially now that we don't know when this is going to end. This isolation period is going to end. So take each day as a new day and just cherish it as much as you can. Show so much love, give so much love. But also remember to honor your own space, your hermit's energy as well. We still need to kind of be in our own spaces before we can come together. And I feel like we're truly going to come together, whether that is like actual physically or just like mentally. I honestly, I feel like it's on all levels. We're gonna kind of be able to come together in the energy of the new moon in Taurus. Yeah, so that is your message. That is your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if this message resonated with you. It's a great way to support my channel. Feel free to comment in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Happy healing. Bye.